Hello all, welcome back to the channel. In this session, let us see the next example based on projection of lines. The example is like this. The top view PQ of a straight line is 70 mm and makes an angle of 60 degrees with XY line. The end Q is 10 mm in front of VP and 30 mm above HP. The difference between the distances P and Q above HP is 45 mm. Draw the projections. Determine its true length and true inclinations with HP and VP. As usual, let us take down the data towards the side of the paper. The data are quite simple and straight here. The top view PQ of a straight line is 70 mm. It's very clearly understood that now this 70 mm is the apparent length in the top view, generally written as P, small p and Q. Yes, this is not the true length, this is the apparent length. The question is why this is not the true length? The reason because, read the last part of the statement, the true length has to be found out. Henceforth, given is the apparent length. So apparent length is 70 mm and that is only as the top view. In the top view, this makes an angle of 60 degrees with the XY line. Let us take this below the XY line. The dimensions of end Q is given. Q is 10 mm in front of VP, 30 mm above HP, 10 mm in front of VP. Generally, this comes below the XY line and 30 mm above HP will be plotted above the XY line. The next important data here is distance between P and Q above HP. It's a difference of distance between P and Q. So this is distance in between P and Q is 45 mm. 45 mm where exactly above the HP. That means to say that this is once again above the XY line. So keeping these data in the mind, we should find out the true length and the true inclinations. So true length is nothing but P dash Q1 dash, that is in the front view, and P Q2 in the top view. What are true inclinations? That is angle theta and angle phi. I will make use of a grid sheet for the solution. The grid sheet clearly says that 1 unit is equal to 10 mm. The first step here is to obtain the XY line with a minimum thickness. Call this line as X and Y. Mention VP and HP indicating the first angle projection. Now let us see the step-by-step procedure. First, I will start with the end Q. Why? Because the dimensions are clearly mentioned. End Q is 10 mm in front of VP and 30 mm above HP. As per the discussion during the data, clearly mentioned 30 mm above the XY line and 10 mm below the XY line. I will take a moment and update the dimensions. Since this is the point Q, I will call this as Q dash followed by Q. Now, don't you think we are getting two new locus here? Yes, let us draw the locus line. Locus line is a thin representation. The representation is called as a chain line representation. That is nothing but a big line and a small line. To avoid confusion, let us call this locus line as locus of point Q in front view. Obviously, this should become locus of point Q in top view. So these two data are taken. The next data is in the top view, the apparent length is 70 mm. Not only 70 mm, this is making an angle of 60 degrees with the XY line. Make use of your protractor. Place your protractor at a point P. The 0 degree of the protractor should be in line with the locus line. Mark 60 degrees clockwise. At 60 degree, draw one thin line. Yes, even this data is taken. But what is the dimension of this line? It's clearly mentioned it is 70 mm. That is, I should get the apparent length. Now, make use of your compass. Measure 70 mm. That is 7 centimeters in your normal scale. Else you can measure 7 grids in the grid sheet as well. Both one and the same. Point Q as the center, cut an arc. Now make use of scale at this intersection point. Don't you think we are getting one more locus here? Exactly. Yes. Draw a locus line. I repeat, locus line is called as chain line and the representation is big line and a small line. Immediately call this locus as locus of point P in top view. So this angle is 60 degree. So this is actually the apparent length, right? So as per the procedure, apparent length should be dark. So let us increase the thickness of this line. I will take a moment and update this angular dimension as 60 degrees. So for your understanding purpose, this 60 degrees is nothing but angle beta. Now, even this data is over. Moving to the last part of the data, that is the difference of distance between P and Q above the XY line is 45 mm. Already there is a line here. The distance is 30 mm. There is locus of point P in the front view, that is above the XY line, above HP, at a distance of 45 mm. So measure 45 mm, 10, 20, 30, 40 and this exactly at this 45 mm line, draw one more locus line. Call this line as locus of point P in front view. So we have obtained 4 new locus. We can update this dimension as 45 mm. At this point of time, all the data are considered. Please do remember, I will write towards the side of the paper, whenever we are having the true length has to be projected, followed by projected true length has to be rotated. Thereby, we are getting the apparent length. Follow this flow chart whenever you are solving any projection of straight lines example. I repeat, true length has to be projected, rotated, you are getting the apparent length. Else follow reverse engineering process. Whenever you are having apparent length has to be rotated, has to be projected, thereby true length is obtained. It's quite obvious that whenever you know true length, true inclination can be found out. Similarly, whenever apparent length is found out, apparent inclinations can be found out. But what happens in this case here? I'm having the apparent length. Rotate the apparent length, project it, we will be getting the true length. Very simple concept. Follow the reverse engineering process. So make use of a compass, Q as the center, and this intersection point as the radius. So what is this intersection point? Do you remember initially we had called this as PQ. That is nothing but QP or PQ. So this would be the point P. Q as the center, QP as the distance, that is 70 mm. Rotate the apparent length. It should be minimum thickness. Apparent length is drawn. It is rotated. Now we should go for projection. The question is, where should I start the projection and stop the projection? Do remember, projection should be always opposite to each other. Start from the locus of point Q, finish the projection at P. Start from top view, finish at front view, vice versa. So from this point, draw a projection line till it touches the last locus. We are having the apparent length. Apparent length is rotated. It is projected. Thereby, I should be getting the true length. Join Q dash to the new intersection point here. True length should be minimum thickness. So once I have got the true length here, I can find out one true inclination here. So that part we can do it at the last. Next, follow the same procedure, the other side. I wanted one apparent length here, one true length here. How do I proceed now? All the data are exhausted now. So we have one more concept in the mind, that the apparent length endpoint should lie on the same straight line. Remember, apparent length in both the views should be on the same straight line. So in the front view, the apparent length would be here. So join these two lines, call this line as distance between end projector. Now this end projector line intersects the locus of point P at this point. So join these 2 points with a dark line that indicates the apparent length in the front view. Follow the same procedure. I'm having the apparent length now. Apparent length has to be rotated. Q dash as a center and the new intersection point as the radius. Rotate the apparent length, project the apparent length. Same engineering process. We are starting from Q, finish at point P. Start from front view, stop at top view. Join the intersection point to the point Q here. That would be the true length in the top view. So this finishes the solution. But let us update the corners. Q dash, the corresponding apparent length would be P dash and the corresponding true length would be P1 dash. Do you remember during the time of data? That is what we told. First thing we should find out P dash Q1 dash. Initially even I was not knowing. This is the first time I am solving this problem. So this is not P dash Q1 dash. Instead it is Q dash P1 dash. So this becomes QP2, not PQ2. I will take a moment and I will update it. Yes, I will call this one as it's Q dash P1 dash. And in the top view, this is QP2. The experiences do matters a lot. This is P1 dash. P1 dash when it comes to the top view would be P1. This is Q. The true length would be QP2. P2 projected upwards would be P2 dash. Let us show the flow of lines. We were having the apparent length here. Apparent length was projected in the upward direction. That will show the upward arrow mark. Similarly, from the front view, we moved towards the top view, show the downward arrow mark. I think one arrow mark is more sufficient. I will take a moment and I will update the angular dimensions. The angle between the locus and the true length is theta. Angle between locus line and the apparent length is alpha. These two in the front views. Similarly, phi and beta. Let me check out the angles here. Theta is close to 33 or 34 degrees. Alpha is close to 50 degrees. Beta 60 degree given. Already we have taken that into the consideration. Let us find out the angle phi. Angle phi is equal to 47 degrees. But what is it we wanted to find out? True length and the true inclination, Q dash P1 dash distance and QP2. So towards the right bottom corner of the sheet, draw a box. Let's update the answers. So first the true length is Q dash P1 dash. Make use of scale, check out the distance. The distance is close to 83 mm. I will take the value as 83 mm. Yes, here you can show the dimension. What is the distance here? QP2. So it's also showing 83. Yes, you need not check this value. It should be equal to 83 mm. Why? Because this is the true length. The true length, the distance is same in both the views. So this value is equal to QP2. If this condition is satisfied, means the solution is correct. The second thing what we wanted to find out here is true inclinations. True inclination theta and angle phi. Theta after measuring it's 34 degree, phi is equal to 47 degrees. So this completes the solution. Let us take a moment and update the dimensions, that is linear dimension. Place a protractor on P dash and the 0 degree of the protractor should be in line with the apparent length. Mark 90 degrees. Follow the same procedure here also, but since I am running shortage of space, I will leave as it is. Now make use of your scale, draw a 90 degree line. I am using roller scale so that I will get the parallel line immediately. So this is the apparent length. Draw a thin line. Draw the closed filled arrow mark. Check out this dimensions now. So this is close to 57 mm. Mention this as 57. Similarly, place your protractor on P1 dash. The 0 degree should be now in par with the true length line. Mark 90 degrees. As I told you, I don't have sufficient space this side. I will just make use of roller scale. Draw a 90 degree line. Move the roller scale. Draw a parallel line. Update this dimension 83. Similarly, follow the same procedure for 70 mm here. Apparent length in the top view. Mark 90 degrees once again. Show this dimension as 70 mm as per the given data. This true length dimension you need not show for the reason true length should be same in both the views. The last part of the segment. We have found out the value of true length and the true inclination as per the given data. What is that extra you can find out? This is just completely an extra information. I will just show here. Apart from these things, we also can find out the value of alpha, that is the apparent inclination. This can be found out. This is showing 50 degrees. Apart from this, the apparent length in the front view can be found out, that is Q dash P dash, which is measuring 57 mm. So finish the solution. The scale is in 1:1 ratio followed by all dimensions are in mm. Hope you have understood and enjoyed this video. If yes, give this video a thumbs up and request you to share with your friends. Do subscribe to this channel for more such educational videos without any extra talks. Thank you. I will talk to you in the comments. Have a nice time. Bye-bye.